Java tutorials. In previous video tutorial, we have learned how to write a parameterized test in JUnit using add parameterized test annotation, and there also we have learned how we can use add value source annotation as a source of argument in parameterized test, right? In this video tutorial, we'll learn how we can write a parameterized test, and there we will learn how we can supply basically not a null source, empty source, as well as null and empty source as a source of argument. So why we need these annotation basically? Well, so in order to check corner cases and verify proper behavior of our software, when it is supplied a bad input, it can be useful to have null and empty values supplied to our parameterized test, right? These three annotations like at null sources, at empty sources, at empty source, at null and empty source, that's the basically composed annotation of 2, right? So if you compose both one, then this annotation works as a composition of 2, right? So here at null source provides a single null argument to the annotated add parameterized test, right? And one thing you have to keep in mind, when you use at null source, then you cannot use for a parameter that has a primitive type. If your test case is accepting basically a primitive type, then this annotation you cannot use. At null source annotation you can't use, right? So let's jump into the Eclipse, and there we'll see we'll understand using an example. So already I have written source code for this, right? So 2 test cases I have written, and there I'm going to help you out to understand basically functionality of these annotations, right? So here of course I have add parameterized annotation because this is a parameterized test case, right? So here I have written 2 parameterized test cases. So in first thing here you can see at null source and at empty source, and here at null source means this will provide the one null as a input, right? And look at the parameter. So here we have taken input as a string, right? But here basically when you use like at empty source or at null as a basically uh, source provider in the parameterized test, then here basically if you look into the here already we have talked about at null source, but if you talk about at empty source, this provides a single empty argument to the annotated add parameterized test method for parameters of the type like a string. Here you can write a string, you can have a list, set, map, or primitive arrays you can pass, as well as any kind of object like a string object or integer object you can pass. But here you have to keep in mind subtype of supported types are not supported, right? So those things you'll have to keep in mind. Then we have used also add null and empty source annotation, right? It is the composed annotation that combines the functionality of add null source and add empty source, right? And one thing you have to keep in mind, if you need to supply multiple blank strings to a parameterized test, then you can achieve this by using add value source. What you can see over here, I have a multiple empty source, empty string, right? So empty string, and this is double quotes I have given /t. This is kind of tab, right? This is also empty string, and this is also empty string, right? Now let's say here if you do not provide empty string, right, then this test case is going to fail, because this test case is going to check for either empty string or null string, right? But this case we have written to check basically empty or null string. So let's say if I run this test case, only this test case, then how many iteration will happen for this case? Of course, one iteration for this, one iteration for this, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 iteration for this. So total we are expecting 6 iteration for this, right? So 6 times this test case is going to execute. So let me show you. I'm going to run this test case. only this test case I'm going to run, null, empty and blank string test, and here is the outcome. So if you look into that, so here this is a test name which is nothing but equivalent to our method name that can be customized using add display name. And here you can see 6 iteration happens, one first for the null, second for the empty string, and rest of the 4 iteration has happened for this 4 empty string, right? So of course name of this basically iteration can be customized, that we will see in the basically next video series, but here you can see total number of iteration is 6. Now if I look into the another test case, there what I have used, this is again a parameterized test because it is annotated at parameterized test, and here instead of using two annotations like add null source and add empty source, you can combine these two using these annotations, add null and empty source. And here of course using add value source you can provide multiple empty string. So here 4 iteration for this and 2 iteration for this, because this combines null as well as empty. So again we are expecting 6 iteration for this test case as well. Let me run this test case. So only this test case I'm going to run, and look at the name of the display name of this, saying that null and empty string test. So that is same as this, right? If you look into the 6 iteration, right? So that's all I wanted to discuss in this video tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoy learning this video. In next video tutorial we'll see a few of more example of parameterized tests. There we are going to explore rest of the basically annotations, right? Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you there in the next video tutorial.